Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is the 52nd video in the Learning and Evolving from Past Practitioner series, a video series that aims to introduce important historical figures in the internal style of martial arts and Shide practice. Last week, I introduced Song Shirong, a key founder of Song Style Xing Yi. The reason I use the term key founder here is that his brother Song Shide was involved in the process of creating that style. There were some interesting comments left in the comment section. Also, I received a couple of emails asking questions about that style. Many of those topics tell me that I should make a follow-up episode to introduce him and that style a bit further. Alien 2 Cent asks, quote, "Is there any unique application aspect for the various style of Xing Yi? Do they emphasize one thing over another, any animal over another, etc.?" End quote. Thank you for your question. For your first question about any unique application aspect for the various style of Xing Yi, my answer is that historically, styles are created based on two main aspects. First, the specific training background of its founder, and second, the fighting concept and the theory behind the movement. Let me explain. Very often, previous training experience, especially the fundamental movement of a previous style, has a strong impact on the creation of a new system. That's why I always emphasize that to fully understand a historical figure, we have to know the person's training experience before he created that style. That is the first aspect. And for the second aspect, the fighting concept and the theory behind the movement is actually a more important determinant in the process of creating a style. In other words, any posture or movement we see is actually just the medium to carry the concept and theory, aiming to be used in fighting. So, we should be able to look through the movement and reach its theoretical level. Your second question, do they emphasize one thing over another, any animal over others, etc.? To create a style, all the techniques should be treated equally. Of course, there are some favorited techniques or some animal forms, but animal forms are just the medium to carry some techniques. I hope my answer clarified your question. In the same comment, Charles Bryant comments, quote, "I read that Song Shirong was excellent in the snake form," end quote. I think I know the source of your comment. It is from Sun Lutang's book. Sun Lutang is second generation lower than Song Shirong in the Xing Yi lineage. In Sun's book, he described that when Song Shirong practiced the snake form, his body was very flexible. However, in the same book, Sun Lutang said, quote, "身子往上一跃，手如平贴于墙，能站1-2分钟时." End quote. Sun Lutang said that Song Shirong translated, "leap upward with the body, press the hands and feet flat against the wall, and be able to stick there for 1 or 2 minutes." End translation. In other words, according to Sun Lutang's description in his book, Song Shirong can jump into the air and then stick to the wall for 1 or 2 minutes. Even though Sun Lutang quoted other people's words about Song Shirong in his book, I think it is an exaggerated description of Song Shirong. When I was a child, I believed it when reading this text since it was from Sun Lutang's book. Then, after I grew up, I realized that Sun Lutang might have been writing a Kung Fu movie script. since it is just impossible for Song Shirong to put the body on a flat wall for 1 or 2 minutes. Now, let's continue. I received an email from a community member asking me for more information about Song Shide, the brother of Song Shirong, the one who co-created that style. I'd like to briefly introduce him here. Song Shide was born in 1857 and passed away in 1921. He became a monk somewhere in his 40s. Then he traveled to many places as part of his Buddhist practice. He did not have any well-known students, but contributed his knowledge to Song Shirong's songs. By the way, it is very important to know that
Song Shide's photo,
which was published by the Song School decades ago, was not the real one. That is the photo. Now, let's check the origin of this one. You may all have already noticed that the photo of Song Shide actually is the photo from the famous Kung Fu movie Shaolin Temple. In other words, Song School used a photo from a popular movie as its co-founder's photo. It was fun before the internet, but now it is just an embarrassment. Sometimes people need an idol to worship and refuse to admit their mistakes. Idol worship might be a cultural phenomenon. However, refusing to admit the mistake is a personal choice, which is a pity. Now, let me talk about Song Shirong a bit further. Song Shirong and his brother Song Shide created the branch of Xing Yi. That branch has a unique Fajin mechanism, which is especially useful and advantageous in defensive movement. This type of compact body structure makes the Song style movement very agile, also becoming its key characteristic. When appreciating Song style, this is the most important aspect that I pay attention to. Now, let's watch another demonstration of Zhao Yongchang. So, that was all for today. I hope that the follow-up video will clarify some misunderstandings and help practitioners understand Song Shirong and his practice better. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope you all found today's topic interesting and informative. Please post any further questions about Song Shirong, his practice, or his lineage in the comment section. I will answer them for you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and enjoy your practice.